Welcome back, everybody, to the Pittsburgh Pirates franchise here on MLB The Show 20. As today we continue our season number 3. Last episode we wrapped up the month of April, and I'd say it's a pretty successful month. Currently 21-13, playing pretty good baseball for the most part. Second in the division. I was expecting another tight race between us and Milwaukee, just like last year. And the Brewers are holding up, but it's the Chicago Cubs who currently lead the division at 22-11, and this is a big surprise to me because the Cubs, well, they're bad, to say the least. They lost Chris Bryant and Javier Baez this offseason to free agency. I'm shocked that they are 11 games over 500 and better than us here at the end of the month. Currently, we are the top wild card, and we're the top wild card comfortably. 3 games ahead of the second wild card, Milwaukee. We're 3.5 games ahead of the next highest team, which is the Giants. But we know we got to watch out for the Giants after last year's debacle. Looking at the numbers for the month, Brian Reynolds putting up Brian Reynolds-like numbers. Only this year he's actually driving in runs. Eduardo Escobar's had a solid first month with the Pirates. Josh Bell has done his thing. Not quite putting up the RBI numbers like last year, but I'm pretty happy with how he's played. Dylan Carlson's progressed. Benny Lane's had a nice rookie year. Bo Bichette obviously started off slow. He is starting to play a little bit better these past couple of weeks. Francisco Mejia has had a sneaky good season, currently hitting about .320, 4 home runs, 19 RBIs. Mark Hahn has been solid off the bench. O'Neal Cruz is the player I want to talk about mainly. Wow. He had a good rookie season last year. Not a great season, but a good year. 253, 20 home runs, 66 RBIs, 734 OPS. And this year he has exploded onto the scene, currently hitting .358, which is the best batting average in the entire National League. OPS above 1070, 6 home runs, 15 RBIs. He's been insane to start the year. He's been our best bat. If you told me O'Neal Cruz would be the best bat for the first month, I'd be surprised. Gabriel Hayes has had a good first month of his MLB career. Williams Estudillo, Mitch Haniger, Yandy Diaz, they're all doing solid. Michael Franco has barely played. He doesn't even have a base hit yet. Yikes, might want to send him down to the minors just so he doesn't rot on the bench. So the lineup is looking good. The starting pitching is also looking good. Jameson Taillon's having another great start to the year, even though he's 0-3. Julio Urias has been awesome. Joe Musgrove has been good. Jordan Yamamoto has been solid. Mitch Keller's been solid. But then we get to the bullpen where things are very up and down. And we start with Brandon Waddle, who has been insane this year. As the lone reliever in 17.2 innings, he is not allowed to run yet. I want to get this man starting if he's going to keep pitching like this, but I also don't want to have Yamamoto or Keller go out of a bullpen. The bullpen itself is where it gets weird. You got Michael Givens and Jace Fry, who've been average. Not bad, but not great either. But then it gets bad, and I'm talking real bad. Emmanuel Clase has been horrendous to start the year off. He is regressing, which is bad because he's 24. He should not be regressing. Hits per 9, walks per 9, and home runs per 9 are all going down by 3. His potential starting to go down. He's just been awful. His ERA is above 10, currently at 10.38. His WHIP is at 2.31. That's an ideal number for an ERA, but that's his WHIP. That's how bad he has been, and I'd love to send him down to the minors, just make sure he's fully good, but he's out of minor league options, so he is stuck here, unless we want to trade him, which I don't really want to do that. And it does not get much better with Aroydis Vizcaino. Vizcaino was signed back in Season 1. He was excellent in the first year. He was even better last year. And I don't know what's happened this year. We signed him to an extension, and he's fallen off the face of the earth. He has a little bit of a different role. He's no longer being used as a setup guy. He's now a middle reliever, but he's just bad. ERA in the 7s. And then, luckily, Ryan Presley and Ken Giles have both been very good, especially Giles, who has not blown a save yet this season, but Clase and Vizcaino have just been awful, and they were 2 of our best relievers last year, which is crazy. So here we go, first game of the month here in San Diego, California. The 21-13 Pittsburgh Pirates going to be taking on the 15-18 San Diego Padres. Here's a look at both lineups for this game. 1-9 regular lineup in this one for the Pirates. No bench players getting the start in this one. Michael Baez on the hill for the Padres. He's pitched this season, but this is his first start of the year. Currently 1-1, 3.6 ERA, mainly used likely as the lone reliever. There's Eduardo Escobar. He strikes out. We go to the bottom of the first. Mitch Keller gets the start in this one for the Pirates. He hasn't been bad this season. I also wouldn't say he's been good per se. First batter of the game, Tommy Pham, swinging way too early on that curveball, and then Ron Hogue, a former first-round pick, a player the Pirates considered drafting a couple years ago, obviously went with Santiago Osuna instead. And then there's Fernando Tatis Jr. ending the inning off of a strikeout, so quite the start here for Mitch. On to the second now, here's Benny Lane. Everybody was thinking of good nicknames in the comments last episode, so I think everyone's starting to get attached to Benny Lane, and I don't see him getting moved anytime soon as he rips a double. 2-on for the former Padre now, Francisco Mejia. Deep into right center. Does it have the distance? Not quite. Would be caught to end the frame by Franmil Reyes. And speaking of Reyes, he leads off the second. He's going to strike out. Mitch Keller is wheeling and dealing so far. Bottom two, or later in bottom two. 2-on, 1 out. And the Pirates will turn the 4-6-3 double play as we go to the third now. Mitch Keller up at the plate with 1 out. He's going to get that one to drop and right for a single. So now the Pirates got a runner on, 2 gone now for Eduardo Escobar, who does strike out to end the frame. Kind of anticlimactic ending as we go to the bottom of the third. Tommy Pham going fishing. He didn't catch anything with that bait. On to the fourth. Game still tied at 0. Carlson goes down on the changeup, and Baez and Keller are feasting right now. Fernando Tatis now up in the bottom of the fourth. He's going to go down on the downstairs pitch. Fifth inning now, Mejia, Swinyer. Both pitchers are just dominating right now. Speaking of pitchers playing well, here's Mitch Keller with his second base hit of the day. The Pirates have 3 base hits this entire game. 2 of them are by Mitch Keller. That's pretty incredible for more ways than one. Runners on the corners, 2 outs for Brian Reynolds. Shop and gap, but a nice play out in center by Trent Grisham will end the inning. Score still remains tied at 0. Leading off the bottom of the fifth, it's the $300 million man, Manny Machado, who gets a single. However, that batter, Salvador Perez, would strike out. So now, 1 on, 1 out. Padres need to take advantage of this opportunity, and they finally will, as Machado will score from first, standing up, RBI double for the Padres, and they will take a 1-0 lead. The scoreless tie is finally broken. Here's Escobar now in the 6th, getting robbed of a base hit by Trent Grisham. Excellent defensive play. A couple batters later, DC, Dylan Carlson, more like CU, later on the bench. Here's Tommy Pham now, bottom 6. He's struck out twice today, but will not for a third time as he rips an extra base knock to start the inning off. It looks like the Padre batters are finally starting to figure it out. They're figuring it out earlier than the Pirates did, as Fernando Tatis should have been a ground out. Bad throw. He is safe. Run comes home to score. Mejia also steals second. So now there's a runner in scoring position for Manny Machado, who rips a single. The throw home is awfully close, but Mejia is safe, and the Padres will take a 3-0 lead. Baez still raking as he strikes out Bo Bichette. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Chase Fry now in for the Pirates. The lefty, he's going to get Tommy Pham to go down swinging for a third time in this one. Lefty on lefty crime for Ron Hogue, who strikes out. We go to the 8th. The flame-throwing Andres Munoz is in the game now for the Padres. You want to see something wacky? 102 miles an hour on the radar gun. The pinch hitter, Brian Hayes, just has no chance for that one. You can't even blame him. Bottom 8 now, Ryan Presley in for Pittsburgh. He's going to strike out that batter. And we advance to the 9th. Kirby Yates on for the save, one of the best closers in all of baseball. As the final out for the Pirates is Dylan Carlson. 1-2 pitch, and that one is going to be raked fair. The Pirates will keep this game alive as Carlson, rounding first, will slide safely to second for a double. So hey, maybe there's light at the end of the tunnel. Full count pitch for the rookie Benny Lane, and that's just going to be a grounder to Ron Hogue. 2 talented first basemen in the same draft class, Lane and Hogue, as the Padres get the win. Dominant showing on the mound for Michael Baez. 7 scoreless innings. He's not a household name, but he definitely pitched like it in this one. And Mitch Keller, I thought, performed quite well, but you can only do so much. Only 4 base hits for the Pirates, 2 of which were by Keller. The only position players to get hits in this one were Benny Ling and Dylan Carlson. So after simulating about a week, the Pirates are still playing good baseball, 26-16. Going to be hosting the also 26-16 Chicago Cubs for first place in the division. So even though we're in May, there are some Stokes here. Joe Musgrove on the mound in this one for the Pirates, 4-2, 3.09 ERA, pitching quite well once again this season. Musgrove doesn't put up the flashy numbers, but he gets the job done as Anthony Rizzo grounds out to third. You can thank the shift for that one. Yu Darvish on the mound for the Cubs, 8 starts, 2-0, with a 3.72 ERA, a lot of strikeouts, good whip. He's been quite solid. As here's Josh Bell, hits that ball higher than J.R. Smith during Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Let me tell you, he was pretty freaking high at the wall, and it would be caught by Starling Marte, the longtime Pirate, as we advance to the second. Wilson Contreras going to lead the Cubs off with a dinger, his 8th of the season. I believe it's his 8th, and I would be correct. And he is one of the few catchers getting more All-Star votes right now than Francisco Mejia, and deservedly so. He's been very good. Cubs not trying to quite be done. Martinez headed home. The throw from Reynolds is in time. Brian Reynolds, part-time ball player, full-time sniper, and he gets Jose Martinez out of the plate. Bottom 2 now. Weak single for Carlson, and I mean weak. Should not have been a base hit. I don't know why he swung at that pitch, but okay. It works out. It doesn't really matter, though, as Bo Bichette would end up striking out. Top of the 4th now, still 1-0. Jose Martinez, the former Cardinal and Tampa Bay Ray, going to lead the inning off, or actually with 2 outs, going to get a double. So now the Cubbies got themselves a runner in scoring position. Can they capitalize? No, they cannot, as Wilmer Flores grounds out to second. Bo Bichette makes the play. Bottom of the frame now, here's Josh Bell. Going to draw a walk. Maybe the Pirates can capitalize. Dylan Carlson lines that one deep into right center. It has the distance. And Carlson with his 9th home run of the year. Number 69 with the hit. Nice. And the Pirates, for the first time today in this entire episode, are on the board. But they don't want to be quite done yet. Here's Bo Bichette into right. Gets that one off the corner of the wall. And that'll be a double for Bichette. So maybe the Pirates can drive in some late runs. Here is Francisco Mejia. Quite the opportunity. Nice hanging pitch. Slider up and away. And it would be flied out to center. Marte makes the play. But still a productive inning as the Pirates take the lead. On to the bottom of the 5th. O'Neal Cruz up at the plate. That one goes into left center. Nice catch out in left. And O'Neal Cruz has actually been quite quiet this past couple of weeks. His average has actually gone down quite a bit. On to the 6th. Nice defensive play out in left by Dylan Carlson. A lot of defense, a lot of pitching once again in this game as Josh Bell, weak hit. That looked like a ball, but it's a base hit nonetheless. Pirates got themselves a runner on, and they're going to try to capitalize. Here's the rookie, Benny Ling, with the bat flip dinger. You guys had some good nicknames for him, as I mentioned. Benny Bombs, Benny Bonds. My favorite was Dinger Ling. Shout out to whoever commented that, I forget. Pitching change for Chicago, Jose Quintana. And he's been excellent this year, 2.32 ERA. Going to try to get out of the inning, and he would do that as Bo Bichette swings at the low and outside curveball, grounds it to third. Gerard Daniels makes the play, and we go to the 7th. Wilmer Flores would strike out. Joe Musgrove would finish his day after 7. Excellent game for him. As we go to the bottom of the 7th, Francisco Mejia gonna lead the inning off with a bang as he weakly hits that one into the left center gap, but it will drop for a double. Pittsburgh gonna try to drive him in. Here's Brian Reynolds with a nice hit into left, and it would go off the wall. Reynolds with a double. Run comes home to score. Pirates will take a 5-1 lead as they are now comfortably in the driver's seat. Michael Givens, the former Baltimore Oriole, will enter the game now in the 8th for the Pirates. And, well, his night did not start off particularly well. Home run for the Cubbies. Freddie Galvis with his 9th of the year. And they are not quite done. Going to try to keep this inning afloat. Nice base hit for Chicago. So runner on here for Gerard Daniels. and he's going to ground out to short. The play is made by Eduardo Escobar, who's getting the start at short today, not O'Neal Cruz. Cruz is playing third, Pirates experimenting. Ken Giles now into the game here for the 9th inning. Anthony Rizzo going to start the inning off. Interesting is Rizzo with a double, and the Cubs are not going to quit. Next batter, Wilson Contreras with his 2nd home run of the day, 9th of the year, and Chicago will cut the lead to 1. Giles has not blown a save yet, but it's not looking good so far. Next batter, Jose Martinez gets a single, and the tying run is aboard with no outs. Big, however, strikeout here for Wilmer Flores. And now Martinez headed to second, and Mejia guns him down. Not the first time Jose Martinez has been gunned down. And then the left fielder, Mike Dutchman, will strike out more blind than Helen Keller. I don't know what he was swinging at. And the Pittsburgh Pirates win in dramatic fashion, 5-4. Very exciting ending to this one. Joe Musgrove was awesome. 7 innings, only allowing 1 run. Musgrove only struck out 2 batters the entire game. So credit to him for pitching that well and only striking out 2 batters. The bullpen alone got 3. So got to see more strikeouts from Joe, but he got the job done. He pitched really well, so you can't really get too mad. That on the episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. And as always, have a good one. Peace.